Hey, are you a business owner who wants to sell more of your most profitable services to more of your ideal customers? If so, moving from a broad-based marketing message to more of a focused marketing message is a really great first step. Unfortunately, most business owners do something of the opposite. In their marketing flyers, signs, social media, and such, they typically list many of their services. Some list all of their services in one message. The first problem with this approach is, remember, your ideal prospects are looking for an expert to fix their one thing, the one thing that's on their mind right now. And if they don't see or hear your specific expertise because it's buried in everything else that you do, within the first few seconds, they're likely to move on. The second challenge to this market everything we do approach is that if a competitor positions themselves as the specific expert on that particular type of project, you've really got an uphill battle on your hands, to say the least, to get that prospect back. The third challenge, which is a big one of the market everything we do approach, is that it leads to lower profits. Let's face it, we all know that our ideal customers are more profitable, better to work with. And when you get too many okay prospects or okay projects instead of ideal prospects, you end up by default with lower profit customers. The good news is there's a better way, and it's actually easy and inexpensive. Let me talk to you a little bit about what JR did. He's a remodeling client of mine, and how he improved his win rate with ideal clients by more than 30% in less than 60 days. And this approach has nothing to do with remodeling. It can really work for any type of business. But the first step that he took is he got really clear on his ideal clients and services and put them in writing. Of course, that part was pretty easy. I just had him pick his last 12 or so jobs, pick the top 6 that were the happiest and most profitable. And what he found was that the kitchen and bath projects that he was doing on homes between $400,000 and $700,000 in value produced the happiest clients. And they were also the most profitable clients. By a factor of almost 2 to 1, he was making almost double the profits on kitchens and baths in that niche compared to all the other remodeling work that he did. The second thing that he did is he got clear on the top 3 things that ideal clients want most. Now, this is a little tricky, but it is easy. Reviewing his notes from his time talking with them in the sales process and then sometimes afterwards, he wanted to make sure he used their words and capture what they most wanted in a contractor. Well, what they wanted was they wanted a contractor who returned calls and showed up. Now, that's not the same as dependable. Dependable is the same idea, but that's not the words they use. And we want to capture the actual words they use. They also wanted somebody with a great reputation and had high reviews on work of their size, on kitchen and baths and homes like theirs. They wanted specific experience within that niche. And then there was a tie between great communication and reasonable pricing, which you would expect that to be the case. And the last part that he had to apply was to apply what he learned, but that was pretty easy too. First thing that he did is he took most of the advertising pictures and reviews that were from kitchen and baths between the $400,000 and $700,000 range, and he made sure that that's what went into his marketing and that's what went onto his website and any place that a customer would look. Next, he made sure that the key ideal client words were very big and prominent in different places that people were likely to see him. In his industry, that would be trucks, that would be signs out front of houses, and to a degree, even his website. So words like kitchens, baths, splash signs, which are just bubbles that you can put on trucks. We return calls. We show up. Remember, those were the most important things. And then 4.9 Google rating. Those things need to be prominent and not hidden and buried behind a big logo. Logos are great, but you got to make sure that your logo doesn't get in the way of the message of what you do really well. And I want to be clear, even though he made these things more prominent in his marketing, he didn't stop doing the other services. He just changed and dialed in his marketing to speak directly to his ideal clients, so he would get more of those leads and prioritize more of those jobs first. And then, of course, he still did the other things, but he did them as filler work and oftentimes at a higher margin too, because he was pretty full with his ideal clients. And again, within 60 days, he was winning 30% more ideal clients. His profits were moving up quickly, and it was really having a big impact on his business. I do want to make one thing really clear, though. In some businesses, you may have 2 or 3 services that service vastly different ideal clients or prospects. Hey, easy solution. Take the same approach for each one of those ideal clients and ideal services. So the concept here is speak directly to your ideal client. Sometimes you can do that for 2 or 3 services at once. Sometimes you got to break them out and do it one at a time. Does that make sense? Important concept. If it doesn't, just talk to me. So here's the deal. If you want a simple targeted marketing message to grow your ideal customer base by 30% or more without the guesswork of figuring it out on your own, just book a call with me. And I'll help you get started. There's no obligation. I'd love to help. We'll talk about what you're doing now and the simple changes that you can make to get from where you are to where you want to be. Now, for your convenience, I posted a quick link to my calendar down in the notes below the video. And if you'll just click there, my Calendly will pop up and you can choose a time of your convenience, and I'll be happy to help you. Until then, hope you have a great day and look forward to talking with you soon. Take care now.